Yo, yo, ah, look at that sky. Anyways, tis I got my selfie stick out today. Um, yeah. Anyways. Anyways, tis it's Wesley, you already know, whatever. The stuff. Anyways, um, I felt even though I watched this movie like a week or two ago, I was like, yeah, I might as well review Thunderbolts Marvel because I was like complaining about Marvel movies taking a dip, and I watched Captain America, and I did a review for Captain America, so I might as well do a review for this one, which is better than Captain America. It's Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers. Plot twist, haha. Um, this whole movie is Florence Pugh, like, you know the horse meme where like a person just has the horse on the back and just carrying? That's Florence Pugh. She just carries the entire movie. That's what she does. That's what this movie. That's the only reason this movie is good instead of like mid or like not like yeah. That's the only reason this movie is like mid or like not that interesting. It's interesting because Florence Pugh carries the movie, and she just has I don't know. She's a top actor right now. She's a good actor, but I feel like she like can convey a lot of things with just facial expressions. Kind of not as good as freaking Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey is goatee, but she has that where she doesn't need to like say that much dialogue, but she can express things a lot through her face. I remember like there's a scene where she's looking at the fake Captain America guy, and then she finds out that like his wife left him and she divorced him or whatever like that, and she just looks at him, and he looks at him, and he does a good like acting like facial expression, but she tells all with just her facial expressions, which is really good. And also she's just a good actor, but she carries the whole movie. I think Lewis Pullman, I think is Brian Pillman's son. Yeah, Lewis Pullman. I thought he was really good. I thought he was like silently good though. He wasn't like, oh wow, but I just feel like he was really good in his role. I thought it was very believable. But my critique with the movie is very frustrating. Is also with the guy they had that played the guy with an S. I see. I don't say. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy who they made pay the antagonist of the story. Freaking Lewis's Pullman's character, or whatever like that. It was just like it was too short. The ending and the antagonist and the big conflict of the story was not really delved deep enough, and that's like a Marvel signature, where it's like they don't actually expand upon something that's serious. Marvel's supposed to be this happy-go-lucky, very only positive good stuff, you know, only the shiny and safe type stuff, which is why I'm a DC person, haha, this, because DC has that grit and stuff like that, but also, like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like, the characters in Marvel aren't as strong, you know? So you get better storylines, because it's hard to do a lot of storylines with Superman and Flash when they're like, in Batman, when they're like so overpowered. It's tough to have a good villain, but like in Marvel, they should have way better villains, but like I feel like they can't make them serious, you know, because they have to be happy-go-lucky Marvel, which is fine. I enjoy Marvel, but I feel like it hurt them. Yeah, to me, I feel like it made this movie could have been a lot better. Like it was good, but it could have been way better and have a lot more lasting effect on the audience and the viewer. I feel like if they actually like cared, like to make the antagonist a little bit more realistic, to make him a little bit more like show the darkness and not have it like safe. It's like they vanished the one character, this like they vanished this little girl, and then they returned her, you know, which is fine. Like you shouldn't go out here killing the girls or something like that. But like he like did all this vanishing power and vanished all of these people, right? And then they just returned them. And there's like a Marvel signature. It's like nobody dies. There's no serious consequences. I'm not saying you should die or like freaking kill little girls or whatever like that. But I'm just saying like I want some sort of realism that actually like means something. Maybe if you can't kill off characters, maybe have characters like deal with things for a longer amount of time. And I feel like I was not sold on the honestly halfway through the second act and the third act, I just wasn't sold. Like, I was like, okay, Florence Pugh is doing great jobs and she's carrying. I like the chemistry between the characters. But after that, it's like the story and the reason why I should be like interested in this thing is not really selling me. It's like, okay, what? I mean, the movie's gonna end and everybody's gonna be fine, you know. And for this specific movie, with the topic of like drugs and depression and stuff like that, you gotta have a little bit more of a punch to really sell it. I feel like, you know, like I feel like you didn't have, and you know, it's like I don't know necessarily have the answer, but I feel like Marvel does, and they know how to make it a little bit more, you know, because I feel like Black Panther had it where like they had Michael B. Jordan's character really Killmonger, really like intense and have that like antagonist edge, and he's easily one of the best villains in Marvel history because he just was realistic. He was like, oh, but you felt it and you saw it, you know. There was actually action behind it. All the times he killed people were like all these like different like marks on his body and stuff like that. There was like, you know, a strong showing of what you're trying to portray and the realness of the antagonist and the villain. And I feel like this movie did not do this, which makes me like really not like it. But I think overall it was still an enjoyable movie, and I like the ending setup of the New Avengers. So anyways, should you watch it? I think you should watch it, you know, but I just don't think it's like something like, yo, you need to go out and see it yesterday. This is the thing where like, yo, it's 3-4 weeks. You know, like, I'm not doing nothing today, I might as well, you know? And then you'll walk away with a good time. But I don't think it's a movie where you're just like, yo, I need to like be at the door on Thursday at freaking 7:59 when the doors open so I can go watch this movie. I don't think it's that type of movie, which is fine.